Welcome back, everybody. My name is BluJay, and we are back for another episode of Reverb Outpost. And you can see off in the distance there the snow biome where we have called our home. We are actually at the spawn point in our beginning parts of our episode today because I want to walk you through the journey of where we came from the very beginning all the way to the place that we found as the spot we were going to build our base. And so over here, up on top of this hill, this is the very first place that we took shelter, sort of, for just a couple of minutes as we gathered our resources and got a few things ready. And I don't know if the little blast radius is still in here. I haven't really touched it. Yeah, you can see like little places that were blown apart because we got creepered and it was bad like this. So we're going to try to find some sheep. I don't know when, but we'll just... Oh, no. Yeah, it was really bad. So, this is the place that we started out with, our very first shelter. We got one torch in there to remember where we started, remember our roots and all of that. So then we made our way over this direction, and we ran across this village over here. I can't exactly remember if we found this immediately after that or if we did some wandering first, but we did come across this village pretty early on, and there's not a whole lot to see there. We've cleared it out. We've collected everything that's in there. There's not any decent villager trades or anything, at least not that I know of. I haven't checked for a while, but no librarians there. Just, your regular villagers. We'll leave them alone. We're not going to bother them today. But then we made our way over here, and you can see just the faint light of a couple of torches off in the distance. This is the next spot that we made camp, because I wasn't exactly sure where I wanted to start yet. It looked like this might be a place where we could build, because there was a, big mountain here. Oh, baby zombie, you are interrupting our little tour here. How could you? Not cool. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. So it looked like this might be a place that I could start building, but I decided against it because I found a better spot, which I will show you in a minute, which ended up being our base. But this is, where we set camp for a couple of nights and, threw down some torches to, keep the place lit up. We got our furnace with some coal still in it, which we probably won't take out of there. A chest, a few crops, some things that we could use to get started. And then we went down exploring in this very deep cave here, which some of you guys said this might be like a small ravine, and from the size of it, I might agree with you. It's not a ravine that's open to the air necessarily, like most ravines, but it's pretty massive. So, and then we'll head on this direction, and I will show you where we come out next for the next part of our tour, which is where we ended up building the very beginnings of our base. If you guys want to find those couple of camps that we set up from the very beginning, the coordinates are on the screen, so just enable those when you download the world if they're not already enabled for you anyways, because I think it should keep the parameters that I've set for my particular world. Since it is a direct copy, you should be able to find your way back to those places. But here we are. There is the entrance to the Reverb Outpost. We will check that out here in just a minute, but we are going to start in our snow cave for the first part of our base tour. Went ahead and took a little snooze so we could get rid of all of the hostile mobs, but you can take a look around. We got our snow cave set up here, did all sorts of terraforming on the inside with some ice and some glass, and we've got our nether portal, which we will go through in a little bit. And then we've got our basics. We got a bed, a couple chests, a furnace, an anvil, a crafting table, all the things you need to get started. And we got a couple of dogs as well. In here, you've probably seen this before. This is our starter farm where we've got some crops that we can use. And then on down here, this is our little branch mine, and we've done quite a bit of work down here. And honestly, it's been a while since I've gone mining. I need to do some resource gathering again soon, but we've got a lot stockpiled. Like, we're not going to run out of lapis anytime soon. We've got a lot of mending stuff now, so we shouldn't run out of mending. Or not mending. We shouldn't run out of diamonds for a while because we're not replacing our tools, which is awesome. So there hasn't been a huge need to go mining recently, but we'll probably do that again soon. And this is our storage area, and, basics. We got everything that you could possibly need to get started, and then we've got our enchanting room. And that's basically it for our starting shelter. Let's head on back and go visit the main base area. And there it is. We are at the main gate with it barely cracked open for us, and we have come across my personal starship, the Blue Nebula. One of my favorite builds that I've ever made. It's just so different from anything else I've ever done. Then we've got our auto smelter, which is pretty sweet. We've got a temporary output chest, which we're going to do something different with that later on in the series. But we got our resource input chest, and on the other side, we've got our fuel input chest, and we're also going to do something a little bit different with those. So this isn't 100% complete, but it's mostly there. When this thing turns on with enough items, these lights will start flashing and basically represent fueling up our airship. And then we've got our pet bird, our parrot, and then we've got the little pilot's seat here. So the next thing we're going to visit, let's go this way. The last two episodes, this is what we've been working on. This is my personal quarters. This is the lobby that will get us to the couple of rooms that we're going to build, including this one that we've already finished. This is the relic room, where we've got all of our special items that we've, gathered throughout the game so far, different sets of armor and all of that. A couple of you mentioned that maybe I should put a wither skull behind this one, because that's the wither armor. I think I will do that at some point. I just need to go find another, wither skeleton and hopefully get some skulls. The next part of our base, this is like the community area. So down these stairs, we've got a couple of rooms that we've been working on pretty consistently throughout the series so far. This is the subscriber barracks right here, where we've got quite a few names written down. And this barracks is actually complete. And we've started a second one. If you haven't been keeping up with the series, we've got another one down the next set of stairs. We'll get there in a second. And this is the Patreon Armory. So anybody who donates on Patreon gets to be in the Armory forever. Same with the subscriber barracks. The subscriber barracks is a, forever kind of thing as well. So down here, we've got our next subscriber barracks, and I'm going to make each one a different color. So this one is going to be purple, and then the next one can be a totally different color all the way through, potentially the 16 colors that we have available to us. So yeah, that's about it for this area. We'll head on back up the stairs and go visit the next section of our base. I just love walking around here and looking at all of the progress that we've made throughout this series so far. There's so much more I want to do here and so much more I want to build. We're nowhere close to being done, but we have got so much done already. This is our iron farm. You can see it, barely through those stained glass windows, but we've got our villagers hard at work getting us plenty of iron, and I'll show you the little output chest here. We got tons of iron. And this is why we don't really need to go mining anytime soon. We got enough iron to do a bunch of stuff with that. So yeah, that's a pretty good source of iron, and that runs pretty much any time we are in our base. And then we've got our anvil refill station over here. I haven't had to make use of this yet. When it breaks, I can drop another anvil in its place, but I think there's a bug in the game right now where anvils don't lose durability. So this is kind of an inactive contraption for the moment. We'll get it, it's already working, but we'll use it later on when they fix that bug. And this is our actual iron farm. You just basically saw the villagers through that window, but this is where all of the iron golems spawn, and they flow down into that middle section there and fall into the lava below, and all of the precious items, the iron and poppies, will fall into the chest, into the hoppers, which distribute to the chest. That little landing point where the golems fall, that is not its final resting place. We may dig it down further and have like a better room to collect the iron in. But yeah, there's so much that's unfinished. Like this section right here, this little hallway where we're going to the sheep farm, this is nowhere near done. And this is kind of the point of this series. We are going to continue building and crafting and doing all sorts of fun stuff throughout this base. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to ideas of what you guys would like to see in this series. I've got like farms planned, and I've got like redstone contraptions planned, and I've got creative builds planned, I've got adventures planned. I've got so many things that we're going to do, but I'm always open to suggestions on other things that you guys might like to see. So if you have a suggestion for a room in this base, let me know. So basically, we drop our wool that we collect in here, and it goes up an item elevator, up and over the wall, into a sorting system, and each chest automatically sorts out the wool. Why are there shears in here? Maybe I'll put those there. I can't remember. But each chest has its own color of wool, and I don't have to individually put it in there. I just have to put it in the input chest, and it automatically sorts. So that is nice. And if you don't know how that works, be sure to go check out that video. I show off how I built it, and I've also got a blueprints episode on an item sorter and item elevator, which is the one that I built for this particular room. A couple more things to show you guys before we're done with our world tour. We discovered this area down below the ground pretty early on in the series. This is where our zombie spawner and XP farm is located. And as you can see, there are a few zombies in the holding chamber there waiting for us. We haven't done anything with like auto collection just yet, or designing this room just yet. I'm kind of holding off until the 1.3 update comes out, because I'm not sure what kind of things the new water mechanics are going to break. So I kind of want to wait and see what that turns out to be before I do anything else with the zombie spawner, but it is at least functional for the time being. And then we will go up and out of our zombie spawner and run past our snow cave, run past our little snow golem there, and I've put this place way away from our iron farm so that it does not interfere with the production of iron. Ouch. I just face planted into that wall. But this is where we are going to have our temporary villager breeder. And as you can see, I've got, let's pick that up real quick. I've got a few villagers already in here. And after what seems an eternity of waiting, we have our name tag. Finally, we have a librarian. He's given us a name tag, and we can, put it into use for our Enderman farm, which sadly is not going to be finished today, and I will show you why when we get to that part of our tour, which we're going to be heading there here in just a second. So I'll explain it to you why we're not finishing it today in just a moment. Comment question of the day says, "Hey Blue, are you going to build something outside the ice region?" From BlueyTGYT. Thought I would answer the comment question of the day while we run through our nether tunnel. Am I going to build outside of the ice region? That is a good question. And before we answer it, real quick, down here, that's where we fought the Wither. We're not going to go down there, but that's where you can find the little section that we dug out to fight the Wither. On down here is the nether portal to our end portal, so we'll head through there in just a second. But am I going to build outside of the ice area? There are no plans to do that for this particular series. I have talked about in the future doing another season of a single player Let's Play after we've completed this one, where we would keep this world and we would just find another location and continue building in this world. We'd probably start over, like we would store all of our tools and not get them back until we, went through the process to gather new stuff and get back to the level that we were at. It's kind of like what Wells Knight is doing with his Kingdoms series. He's got a season 2 right now. But he did not, keep all of his stuff until, he basically built back up to it. So like if there's farms like the Enderman farm we're about to go visit, we wouldn't use it until, we fought the dragon again and went through that whole process. So, potentially building in another area in this world in another season, but probably not in this one. But never say never. Maybe I'll get like a cool idea that could somehow relate to what we're doing here, and maybe build something somewhere else. We'll see. We have made our way into the end, and we're running down the pathway to our Enderman farm, but sadly, it is not going to get finished today. And I will show you why here in just a second. I've already reached out to a couple of people to see if I could get any info on why this isn't working. But I'm pretty sure it's because some mob spawnage issues are happening in the game itself. I don't think it's anything with the design, because it was working before and now it's not. As you can see, there are no purple eyes up there on the spawning platform. There are no Endermen at our Enderman farm. We're at the right coordinates. We built the platform correctly. We did everything that we were supposed to, and it was working. And then I updated to 1.2.10, and now it's not working. I even have a name picked out for our Endermite, which will go up there eventually. And I've changed the name to the name tag already. But yeah, we can't use it. So I'm going to keep it stored away. Let me know if you've downloaded the world and have found the name tag. Let me know hashtag whatever the name is in the comment section below. It's pretty fun. And let me know if you know where the name came from as well. Give me your predictions on where you think the name came from if you found the name tag. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Enderman farm. The last thing that we need to do today is add somebody else to the subscriber barracks, and we are going to add today someone by the name of Noob Gamer. Welcome, Noob Gamer, to the subscriber barracks. Thank you for being so active in the comment section. Be sure to leave lots and lots and lots and lots of comments in the section below if you would like to see your name in here at some point down the road. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that we have for today's episode, sadly. But I hope you enjoyed the little tour of our base and everything, at least important in the world around it, that we've been working on so far. This is a good place to jump in. If you're just getting involved with this series, if you just happen to stumble across this video, you don't necessarily have to go back and rewatch the first, 30 episodes to get to this point. We're going to be moving on from here, so this is a good crash course to show off what we've done so far. Definitely go check them out if you are interested in watching those videos. There's a lot of great content there. But episode 31, fresh start. We're going to keep going in this world. Lots of new stuff coming ahead. If you are interested in downloading this world for yourself, be sure to go and check out the link below, and you can add it to the collection of worlds on your own device. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.